One pitcher, one hitter that you must avoid in fantasy baseball drafts from the NL West. Who's a player on the Diamondbacks that you don't like their cost right now?
All right, let's start with the pitcher. Mark Melancon. Low strikeout rate, low swinging strike rate. 2, I think he ran a little lucky with the Padres. 3, the team contacts is pretty bad. This is going to be a bad team. There won't be as many save chances. And finally, they signed Ian Kennedy. And I understand Melancon's getting paid more. He got a 2-year deal, $15 million. I think people are going to want to recapture that magic that they got with him as the Padres closer, and I don't think it's happening. He's the same pitcher that he was when we had reservations about him going into 2021. And I understand you're not drafting as a top 10 closer, but with Will Smith no longer a closer at the Braves, there's an urge to push Melancon up. Avoid that urge.
Some of the hitters aren't going too high in these drafts, but is there someone whose price that you just don't like right now?
Yeah, so I have a little bit of conundrum with Daulton Varsho of the Arizona Diamondbacks. I understand that things are going well in camp for him. It looks like he might be their starting center fielder on a regular basis, and you're getting him as a catcher this year, which means you're getting stolen bases. He hit better in the second half this season, and that's the reason for optimism. He was a good prospect coming up. Every time though previously, he really kind of faltered at the plate, and I still don't know if he's in my circle of trust just yet. So he's not a must avoid. It's I have reservations about picking him, and I haven't gotten them yet.
So you absolutely do not want him no matter what.
Yeah. Don't Marco Gonzalez me, please.
Right. Okay. If you've been paying attention and playing fantasy baseball for even just a short while, you know that taking the Colorado pitchers is a tough ask. But who's the player that is going off the board that you just don't like the cost?
It's German Marquez. If he ever gets traded, great. He's in a different situation there in Colorado and Coors Field. We did on the must draft with Colorado. I passed. I did not take a single Colorado pitcher. I refused to. I didn't let you push me into that trap, Alan. But Marquez is going about to pick 240. It's not an exorbitant cost. So, you're going to start to see his price go up along with other starters. But we're talking still pick 225, 230. I mean, you've seen him around 200 sometimes. There's a good pitcher in there, but there's also Coors Field gets everyone. And when you make half your starts there, and then you have to adjust the next start after that, I think that gets you sometimes. So German Marquez is the guy that people are drafting that I won't take. I don't want to punch down on like their fifth starter because no one's taking him.
Yeah. Conversely, the hitters are appealing, but which one is just a little too expensive right now?
Garrett Hampson. He just sub 300 OBP. At some point, they're going to stop giving him chances. I know he's our late stolen bases guy. Let's go try to find that. Qualifies at second and outfield. I see the appeal, but it's cubic zirconium. You're going to walk away unsatisfied. Don't go Garrett Hampson there if you can avoid it.
Who's the must-avoid Padres pitcher that you're not drafting?
Chris Paddack, multiple reasons, performance and health. He doesn't have a good third pitch yet. The fastball gets hits around. He got hit around way too much last year. And then he got hurt. He had the elbow issue, and he got a PRP injection instead of having surgery. So I think it's still one of those situations where he could get hurt again this year, or he's pitching compromised. So I haven't found a way to add him to my roster this year. I don't anticipate doing so.
Give me a Padres hitter that I should just scratch off my list.
Eric Hosmer. I mean, the Padres are trying to scratch him off their list. He's not on the list of the best things in life for him, especially with that contract. But they just went out and traded for Luke Voigt. He'll DH for now. Hosmer will play first base. They want to try to find ways to get rid of him, rid of that contract on their roster. When Tatis does return for them, then that's one less offensive spot that they need. That might be when they can safely they might just jettison if they can't work out a decent trade. But he's not helping them.
Who's your least favorite Dodgers pitcher at their current cost?
Yeah, favorite pitcher, but least favorite at cost is Clayton Kershaw, 145. Similar to Chris Paddack, except this is the good version of a pitcher, but I am concerned about the health. There's a reason why he can only command a one-year deal on the free agent market this year. It's Clayton Kershaw. You think, okay, this guy, when healthy, is good, but when healthy is getting fewer and farther between. And you're getting some slightly declining returns on that investment too, especially in terms of strikeouts. So breaks my heart to say it, but I don't have any Clayton Kershaw yet. At current price, I don't anticipate doing so.
In your draft so far, is there a Dodger hitter that when he goes off the board, you just say, ooh, too soon?
Max Muncy. Same reasons, health. Remember, he had a torn UCL ligament. Now he's a fielder, not a pitcher, so throwing doesn't matter as much. He's playing spring training games. They're like, hey, look, he's playing third base. He's totally fine. I'm not convinced. I think this is just delaying and a longer absence. I know, yeah, the news on him has been pretty decent so far, but I'm staying away. I'm shying away.
Let's talk Giants pitchers. Who are you not drafting?
Camilo Doval, he's getting drafted. Well, he was getting drafted in the first 10 rounds. His price has started to decline. The Giants came out and said last week it's going to be one of many options they're going to look at. I predict Jake McGee will get more saves than Camilo Doval.
Okay, let's finish out with a Giants hitter. Who's the hitter that you just want no part of right now?
Everybody wants to try to make Joey Bart out to be the next Buster Posey. Buster Posey just retired. ACC catcher drafted, with a high first-round pick. This is not the same guy, though. Bart has like a 30% strikeout rate at AAA, which was notoriously bad pitching last year. It was the worst pitching in AAA in a long time, and he struck out a ton there. I think he plays less than Kirk Casale, and I just think he disappoints. So I don't want him, especially because you're not getting like bargain basement costs for him. He might be your second catcher, but he's one of the first second catchers taken in a 2-catcher league.
Give me one bold prediction for the NL West.
Okay, bold prediction is the Giants still can win the NL West. The Dodgers are the betting favorite, but the Giants, I think they improved a little bit, and I don't think the Dodgers improved as much as people think they did.
Best way to get ready for your fantasy baseball draft is the RotoWire Fantasy Baseball Draft Kit. You can get it right now for free for 10 days. Go to rotowire.com/try.